old is Carlsbad? I think Carlsbad is about 30 years old.
Pretty old. I don't know exactly how old.
I think Carlsbad's probably existed in the 1800s.
I was just speaking to a lady at the park. Carlsbad should be around 70 years old, maybe?
She's got it. Carlsbad's celebrating its 70th birthday this year. And in doing so, the city is looking to the future while staying focused on those things most important to the community. Let's start with our parks.
Carlsbad has some of the best parks, and my kids get all their energy out, go to bed. It's amazing.
We love discovering new trails in Carlsbad.
I love how there's so many parks and just outdoor recreation areas.
4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Poinsettia Dog Park.
The city just opened its third dog park, along with more parking and new restrooms next to the pickleball courts. Veterans Memorial Park near the corner of Cannon Road and Faraday is on track to open in 2025. And planning will start soon on Robertson Ranch Community Park on El Camino Real and Cannon Road. Plus, there will soon be a new community garden at Stagecoach Park. And Carlsbad's many active older adults are keeping busy.
You meet people and you start getting involved and you create a little family.
I've gone to other senior centers. This one's been my favorite. They just offer such a great variety.
I checked the city's website and there was tons of camps with things that she was interested in.
Carlsbad has a ton of resources out there for basically all ages.
And this is only the beginning. The City of Carlsbad has been working with the community on a new plan to make sure parks and recreation services continue to make a positive difference in people's lives. Turning to the economy, it's coming back strong following the past 2 years of ups and downs.
We are pretty full. The high rates that we're seeing have broken records, and I feel that the hotels up and down the coast are seeing that.
Plus, Carlsbad continues to support innovative industries that bring high-paying jobs to the city.
We would not be here today if it weren't for the excellent relationship with the folks at the city. The permits went along very smoothly, which was extraordinarily helpful. We can draw people that are qualified and anxious to be part of something like we're doing, and Carlsbad is an excellent city from which we can attract those types of people.
Avisa is mainly a satellite telecommunications company. Satellites are in space. Telecommunications, we all know, we connect the two together, both for government uses, U.S. government, and a lot of commercial uses. Today when you fly, you'll have a long delay where you'll go to a website, you'll hit the URL, and nothing happens. With us, you will think you're at home surfing the net. To have the relationship we have with Carlsbad is pretty unique and special.
That innovation is happening across Carlsbad, including in the heart of the village.
Welcome to Tyra headquarters, and this is a revamped space that we moved into about a year ago. We are a drug discovery and drug development company focused on targeted oncology.
We're super blessed to be here on State Street, kind of in the epicenter of Carlsbad.
We bring a number of groups, like contract research organizations that we work with, here on site. It's been a hit for people to see what you can do in a space like this.
The city is also continuing to develop new ways to support small businesses. Helping people get around Carlsbad safely and easily continues to be a top priority.
I have noticed, there has been a lot of cones and lanes being shifted.
Even though we've had a lot of growth and we have traffic, at least we have very good roads from Palomar Airport Road to El Camino Real. I do not see that in other cities.
The city is focused on making it easier for people to move around Carlsbad in more environmentally sustainable ways, which also reduces traffic. Public safety continues to be the #1 priority. Carlsbad police are using new technology to fight crime, leading the way on de-escalation training and promoting new ways to build relationships in the community.
One of the best ways for the policing community to come together is for them to be communicating, working to each other. Police have to do their part. We have to do our part also.
New investments in the city's fire department will make sure Carlsbad has the personnel, equipment, and fire stations it needs to keep the community safe. A new temporary fire station will be built on the site of the old power plant, while the city looks for a permanent location to improve response times along Carlsbad's busy coastline. At the same time, Fire Station 2 on El Camino Real is almost complete. Meanwhile, several new fire prevention programs were launched in the past year.
If not for Carlsbad Fire Department installing my smoke detectors, I may not have woken up. Thank God somebody controlled the fire, but it could have been bad had I not woken up. It gives me a feeling of security.
The city has also stepped up its efforts to reduce homelessness and its effects on the community.
I think that the city's really trying to do a really good job with the homeless outreach team. I think the work they're doing is really making a difference for the community.
A lot of changes that have been happening down here in the downtown area, actually throughout Carlsbad, where we're at a housing shortage still. I know a few of the buildings down here were turned into affordable housing and income and stuff like that, and I think that's a great idea.
Community Resource Center and the City of Carlsbad have come together in partnership to provide services to those experiencing homelessness.
We can help the client navigate the system and get to where they need to be.
One of the programs that we currently have is Carlsbad Rapid Rehousing, and that helps participants experiencing homelessness with deposit and rental assistance.
A new program launched this year to make more affordable housing available to people who need it most. It's already changing lives.
We moved in April. They actually called me on Thanksgiving, so it was really Thanksgiving right there. My rent went really high up. The last time it went 7% up, so with the kids and everything, it's really stressful, but I'm really excited, to be honest.
Providing new programs and services requires city operations to be as efficient as possible. While expanding services for the community, the city has found new ways to save time and money by using technology. One program launched this year has increased public engagement tenfold by making it easier than ever to share input and ideas. The city is also working to ensure everyone feels welcome and included. All of us are working to keep Carlsbad the beautiful place that it is. This year, the city approved new programs to make Carlsbad more sustainable, reducing single-use plastics and recycling food scraps.
Currently, half of what goes to landfills is all organic waste. However, if you separate it out into your green bin, it'll go to a compost facility where it will be broken down into a nutrient-rich soil additive that can be used in your gardens or local community parks.
I just want our community to continue to be a beautiful and safe place to live. I have 2 young daughters, and I want them to be able to grow up without a lot of the threats of climate change and things that we're starting to see.
I think that we can all work together to keep Carlsbad the special place that it is by keeping the environment clean and using the new recycling services that we have for the organic waste.
Carlsbad continues to add electric and hybrid vehicles to its fleet and power city buildings with solar energy. In May, Carlsbad celebrated the 1-year anniversary of the Clean Energy Alliance, a partnership with other cities to provide more clean energy options. The city also said goodbye to the old power plant.
They took the power plant down? It's gone now. I didn't even know.
Work continues at the site, and when it's time to create a plan for its future use, the community will play an important role. The city is also working on making its southern coastline more accessible, slowing down traffic and adding more space for bikes, trails, parking, and gathering. Another way the community is coming together is through events, art, and culture.
It's good to hear when something's going on, then you can go and check it out. It's fun.
2, 3.
The city's partnership with New Village Arts reached a new milestone with renovation beginning on the city-owned building they call home. And South Carlsbad has new public art around the lagoon and coming soon to outside Fire Station 2 along El Camino Real. Over at the library, programs and events are continuing to make a difference.
Career Online High School directly contributes to our goal as a public library, and it's also just a wonderful way to help people and celebrate their accomplishments.
All right, everybody, here we go. Get set, go.
It's wonderful to be back. This is a favorite Friday afternoon, evening activity.
Concert in the Park series back. We're like, we're gonna be there.
I took today off from work so I could be here. It's just like small town America.
The City of Carlsbad does a great job to enrich the community by having the fairs annually, and I know that my kids and I love to attend them.
In all, Carlsbad makes for a great place to live. The question is, how can we keep what has been created as the city enters a new stage of life? A new citizens committee is working on an answer.
Carlsbad has managed that growth way better than other areas. So when it's happening, it seems to come sort of at a rate that can be absorbed while still maintaining that Carlsbad feeling, that Carlsbad touch.
The growth management plan is really important for the city of Carlsbad, and I've seen what it's done since 1986 in protecting our quality of life. And so to me, it was pretty exciting that it was going to be looked at again as the city of Carlsbad goes into its next phase of growth, which is very different than the rapid growth we've had.
The committee welcomes input from the community and will present its recommendations to the City Council in 2023.
I think Carlsbad, yes, definitely has a bright future. They seem to always be improving, and they keep all the parks and everything, and the streets in really nice condition. Everything's very clean.
We've got a good thing in Carlsbad already in place, and as times change, we might have to keep an open mind and expand on those things. We might also have to alter some courses at some point. You have to go with the flow.
Carlsbad is sort of tapping into these key things where they're focusing more on community. I mean, you guys are interviewing me here today for the City of Carlsbad. That's awesome. So I think that they're headed in the right direction.
And by working together, we'll make sure Carlsbad continues to be a place we are all proud to call home.